Hello and welcome to First Look. This is a service of morganlinton.com. I'm Morgan Linton, and this is a series where I take a first look at a brand new product or service in the domaining industry. Today I'm really excited to talk about aftermarket.com. One thing that's different about these videos is that I don't have anything prepared or any canned discussion. I actually am going to be using the product, playing around with it, so you can see how you would interact with it, maybe figure out some bugs, maybe look at some things that I like. So here it is. This is aftermarket.com. This is the dashboard. For anyone looking, this is my name. It's exact match domains. If you see someone selling with that name, I'm your guy. First off, I have to say the look and feel is great. It's clean. It's organized. I like the color scheme, actually. The color scheme doesn't hurt my eyes. And really, the organization is great. I mean, there's a lot of data you have to put together when you're auctioning a domain. And I think they've done a really good job of making it pretty understandable. But we'll see, because I'm going to give it a test drive right now. That's what First Look is all about. So the first thing that I did is I actually loaded my domain. So I went in here to add domains. I entered the domains in this text box over here. They do also have a bulk upload option, which I think is a great service to have, and that's easy if you want to add a ton of domains. The nice thing is in this box you can enter up to 500. Sometimes there's limitations of like 200 or 300, which is kind of annoying. And I loaded, I think it was 296 names into the system to try it out here. So let's see. I want to go to the dashboard and let's go to Manage Listings and see if I can see anything yet. So there's no listings, but I know I can view what I've submitted. And I think there's some verification process. So I think if I go to Sellers, My Listings, yes. And now I can go here to Pending Imports. And this actually shows me that right now they're doing a Whois verification of me, and I wasn't told exactly how much time it would take, but I was told that obviously, you know, they're going through this process here, and you can see you can go through. There's 298 names that I listed in here, and you can go through this whole list. And once I do this, I imagine that it will show up here in auction listings, and I'll be able to set things like the start date and the end date, as well as the buy it now price. I know featured is an option, category as well. That's really important to have the domain listed in the right category. And then from a buyer perspective, what I thought was kind of interesting is they do have a saved searches area. So you can actually enter particular search parameters that you're looking for in a domain that may be for sale through the system. I think that's a pretty useful feature. And just to show this, you can actually go here and go to like ending soon. This is an area I usually like to look. And this shows, in order which domains are getting ready to reach the end of their auction period. And all the information's right here. It's clean. It's really readable. I have to say they did a great job of making it readable, and I love these big buttons on the side. Really slick. I think this is really nice, and it's not overwhelming. I mean, you have a lot of information to put together when you're building a platform like this, and this is really easy to look at. So I could scroll through here, and now here's what I like. As someone that does use aftermarket products a bit, because I look for dropping expired domain names, I like the fact that you can specify all this criteria here. I can show only particular extensions, price ranges, listing types. In some cases, like I usually turn make an offer off. And maybe I just want to look at the auctions, and I only want domains between 250 and 1,000. Well, that actually eliminates everything. Let's see. I guess they're all over 1,000. No, they're all over. I guess maybe I found a bug. Let's see. So there are things that are at 225, 350. But if I select price, let's say these ones are at 650. So yeah, something should show up. All right, well, maybe that's a bug. I can file that. Either way, the feature itself makes a lot of sense. It's nice to be able to have the exclude numbers and exclude hyphens. And the fact that I can save this search wins major bonus points with me, as I love to be able to just save searches and then load them over and over again rather than having to type it every single time. That's pretty awesome. And I noticed actually as I'm scrolling down, they have an ending soon button. That's pretty cool, since that is a really popular section. Just to go through the search feature here, If I do actually pick search, then I can actually get a little more detail here, as you can see. And I can, of course, save these. And then this shows everything that's in the inventory right now. And if I click the home button, it brings me back to my main dashboard screen. And this is where I can see what domains I have listed, offers received, offers made. So looks like a pretty neat system. If I look now, let's just take a look at recently added. It'd be interesting to see really what the flow of names is into the system. And these aren't looking too hot, but it'll all develop over time. I'm really interested to see who lists their names and what prices they list at, and how this differs from some of the other auction services out there. Of course, you can get ready to watch some of the first look series on some of the other domain auction services. This is the newest, the latest and greatest. It's still in beta, so not everything will work perfectly. But I have to say, hats off to the whole Thought Convergence team. Aftermarket.com looks promising. It looks really nice. I love the look and feel. I like the idea. It's easy to add domains. Major kudos for having over 500 here in an easy bulk upload. And I think it's got some really, really good potential. So that is the morganlinton.com first look at aftermarket.com.